Texas Pacific Land, full analysis, an updated analysis from what I did some months ago, when if you'd listened to the analysis I gave, you'd be up some 200% from then. I said it was the best stock you can own in the whole world, and I stand by that, and I'm going to explain now in a deep analysis. Last night, I put out a video and shared the history with you about the company and plans for Elon Musk, Donald Trump to cover the Permian Basin with solar panels, wind farms, so on and so forth, despite what Donald Trump says about birds get killed by wind farms and all this stuff. Despite all of that, the growth right now is off the charts, and I'm going to share with you some more information today. So let's get straight into it. This is a video you need to watch all the way through. I put out the last video last night, and many of you stopped watching when I did the Stars and Stripes. I sung the Star Spangled Banner. It was part of the patriotism to the stock, and at that point, many of you decided to switch off. You didn't get through. Shame on you. I was trying to show you some patriotism for the United States of America by singing the Star Spangled Banner for 50 seconds and then on to the news to see how many people would come through that. Most of you stopped watching as I started to sing. Anyway, maybe my singing was awful. I don't know. You let me know. Go and look at the video. But last night I gave the history and why the stock is going to explode. And 6 months ago I said it, and it has, up 200% odd. But I'm now going to give you some of the numbers to help you make an informed decision. Right. So first of all, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really, really helps. And please also tap the like button to share this out. Very good reason. If you're buying this, you want the stock to go up. Remember, I only own the S&P, so it means, and I hinted at it last night in the video, that the TPL is coming into the S&P, and today we got that confirmation. I'd already known that. I live in Dallas. I've got people all around me buying this buying this stock as quickly as they can. That's why it keeps going up. So that's how confident I am. Anyway, smash the like button. Let me share with you a few things you may have missed. So first of all, on the homepage of the channel, if you go to the homepage like this, you'll see the homepage there, and you'll see the videos I've just put out. This was the video I put out. Best ever stock, 932 views. That's out of date here on the YouTube channel. It's actually over 1,000 now. Sounds a lot? Doesn't sound much? Well, no one's talking about it at all. And I can prove that to you. And this is really important. You know this as an investor. No one's covering it. No one's talking about it. No mainstream coverage. It's all being done by rich Texans buying up all this stock. Okay, so I can see it happening. There's the video. Go and check it out. The link's below in the description. I strongly recommend you go and check that out. This is how I know that no one's covering the story. I have just started doing this. 6 months ago, I made my first analysis and told you it was the best stock you could buy. And since then, it's doubled and tripled, whatever it is, 200%. I ranked #1 incognito on YouTube for the search term TPL stock, right? TPL stock. And I ranked #1. Now, that's great. Thank you very much.
Lupus in Fabula has become a member.
Thank you very much indeed. You join over 320 members now. 98% of our live viewers are members. It's the highest engagement rate of any channel in the world. In fact, it's higher than most, several of the big channels added together. 98% of our live viewers are members. Welcome to the family. I'll give you your perks in a minute. I'm just in the middle of making a video. So look, I ranked #1 for the stock. Now, why am I telling you all this? Not to say, look at me, I ranked #1. It's because the fact is no one's covering it. If you go onto the homepage of YouTube, you'll see I'm live there. Look, you scroll down, there's one of my shorts, there's another short there, there's my analysis. That was 4 months ago. I apologize, not 6 months ago. There's one of my other videos. I'm all over the homepage. #1 there, best ever stock, all over the place. You can see me on YouTube, right? Now, that's great for me, but it also tells you that no one's covering the stock at the moment. No one is talking about this. It's under the radar, okay? So why is this so good? Now, I've just put out a poll, which we've found is the most accurate way to measure stocks in the way of investor sentiment. This is what we call the Lucas Archie financial indicator. Lucas Archie financial indicator after the Fibonacci trading indicator. This is real investors, real people that follow my show, rich Texans who watch my show, people I know watching my show, voting on this poll. And this is very, very interesting. 107 votes, and this ranks on Google. You can see it on Google. So it's not manipulated by StockTwits. It's not manipulated by Reddit and places like that. Real investors. And look at this. I asked you, is it the best stock in the world? 22% of you said yes. 22% of you said yes. Now, that doesn't sound that high, but 22% are really confident that this is the best stock in the world. No one knows anything about it. 25% say, no, I don't agree. Probably because it's not sexy and rock and roll like Tesla and Nvidia. No one's paying attention. No one's seeing it. So no one's excited about it. But 52% say no idea. No one knows. Why don't they know? Because they've never heard of it, right? No idea. But 22% are saying yes. If you'd like to vote on this poll during the live show, you can. Those watching later, please look below in the description of the video and go and vote. I'll come back to that in a minute and see if it's gone up by the end of my video. Now then, the stock just keeps going up. Last night, I gave you the history. Elon Musk, what they're doing. Trump, what they're doing. They're buying the land up. Well, they're not buying the land up. They own the land. They're buying the stock up. And they are going to be putting solar all over it and all the rest of it and other commodities we need to make United States independent in power. And because we've got issues now with the Third World War potentially, and we've got Ukraine and we've got Russia, which I don't ever believe we're going to get a Third World War. And I've explained that in another video. If you want that, look on the homepage of my channel or just type in Martyn Lucas Investor WW3, World War III, and you'll find it. Anyway, I'm going to cover the news for you now and some data and some more facts and figures to present this to you. All right? Okay, full disclosure, I only own the S&P 100%. If I show you my portfolio, I will bring it to you here. Look, this is my portfolio. See, I'm up again. Up again. You can see, look, all my money is in here. If you see the percentage there, 99.87, because I've won a few shares of Apple when I refer my stock, my brokerage. Just so you know, doesn't benefit me whether it goes up, doesn't benefit me whether it goes down. Until now, of course, because it's now about to enter our first news story, the S&P 500. Now, this only got announced yesterday, but I knew about it before. And I was telling everybody in my video, if you watched that earlier video, I said, it's in your S&P. And you can see the way I said it. I went, it's in your favorite index. And I kind of left it like that a little bit loose. Because I'm surrounded by rich Texans who are telling me what's happening with this. So I'm just telling you right now, it's now going to be, I think middle of next week, going in the S&P. It's replacing, I think, Marathon Oil or somebody else. But anyway, Texas Pacific Land jumps after hours on addition to the S&P 500. No surprise. I told you about it ahead of time in the video. It was there. Texas Pacific Land after hours Thursday following news it will join the S&P 500. Yep, I already knew that. I gave you a world exclusive. How many of you picked up on it? Effective November 26, replacing Marathon Oil. There it is, which is being acquired by ConocoPhillips, and a deal expected to close on Friday. Atlas Energy Solutions, post market. That's not important. Not important. Not important. Not important. But what was important was that announcement, and I hope some of you grabbed this before it was too late. Anyway, I'm going to put on the screen here Black Friday deal. If you like my news, the way I get news before it kind of comes out, it's a lot of it's done for Seeking Alpha and other ways as well. There's a Black Friday deal. I'll give you the link to it. Seeking Alpha, Alpha Spread, discounts galore. And also look below the look below the video, and you'll find the links to all of my software and so on and so forth. Right, let's go back. I got some more information now. Now, first of all, I want to share this with you about the stock. Institutions own 67% of this stock. 67%. Bit like Coca-Cola, bit like J&J and all these staples now, just owning the country, owning the land. The staples, institutions, 67%. The public only own 32%. So just worth knowing that, okay? Worth knowing that. Individuals is only 0.13. It's nearly all institutions, and you can say whether you like that or not. I don't have no problem with that, but I just thought I'd let you know. Now, the ratings on this stock. Seeking Alpha analysts are the only ones who are really talking about it. I pay no attention to them, though. I'm a Seeking Alpha analyst. I can analyze for Seeking Alpha. I never do, actually, because I'm too busy making videos, and they want to pay me to do it, but I'm not interested in doing it because I just see it as it's just me sharing my opinion based upon most people promoting their own holdings, and that's why I'm not interested in doing it. I want my opinions to be completely impartial and biased and be useful to you, not just, it's great, and we're all ganging up saying it's great, so you'll buy what we love. No. So I don't regard that. But this is what's important. Wall Street, Quant, the AI software, no one's looking at it. How many more times? No one's paying attention to this stock at all. That's the thing. EPS 19.49, PE 74.43, price to earnings ratio 74 times. Think how expensive Tesla is. Think how much more expensive Palantir is. And yet all of that is going to go on this land, right? Look at the chart. I'm going to show you a chart right now, which will be interesting. It's this next tab here, I think it is. Yes, this is its peers. How does it compare to others in a similar business, right? Look at this. Look at this. We've got Texas Pacific Land. We've got EQT Corporation, Devon Energy, Hess Corporation, Expand Energy Corporation, and Coterra Energy. Our oil people, Stephen Lewandowski, you should be looking at this, all right? Look how it compares to its peers. Boom, right? What happened there? This was when, I think it was, when was this? This was when I did June the 7th. This is when I did my analysis, I think it was, just before. I think we were just getting the election rolling, and Trump was being mentioned. I forget what the exact time, but it was around about this time. And I said to you, what's going to happen is Trump, Elon Musk, all of this stuff, and it's all come exactly the way I said. Boom, accelerated and accelerated. And then on the election, boom, again. Now the S&P, boom, again. This is going to keep booming. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that one. All right, I've shown you that there. I now want to give you this comparison here. This is a back test. This is a back test against the S&P 500, which it now takes part in, right? This is going back to 2015. It's continually outperformed the S&P and never been subject to macro conditions to take it down below. Like some other stocks that can outperform the S&P, then all of a sudden they dip below. This one is consistently outperforming the S&P and going up and up and up and up. If you put $10,000 in 2015, you are now third of a millionaire just on $10,000. $10,000 in the S&P, you're still done very well. You're 3x. You've made 33. You got 33 grand, but nowhere near compared to the S&P. Now, what about the dividends? They've been quiet for a while, but now we're raising dividends again. Look at this. It's been increasing. This was back in 2012. 25 cents, 27, 29, 31, 35, 100, 105, 300. We dipped to 175 for the first time. 425, 1,000, which is basically $10, right? Yeah, of course it is. 600, 1,000. And now we're getting a 36% increase on dividend as well, all right? So they're showing that intent to keep you into the stock. Just everyone stay in the stock. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. I'm going to look at my poll in a moment, and I'm also going to share with you some more numbers. So let me show you the numbers. If you do like this information, please do tap the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be really, really helpful. I'm showing red, white, and blue lights today because this is stock of stocks if you are a patriot, because you're owning the Permian Basin in Texas. Basically, you're owning my back garden. And don't think you can just come in my house, though, because you own my garden. Anyway, that's what you're doing, right? Anyway, let me show you some numbers. Now, the intrinsic valuation, that just does not know how to value this, right, is saying that it's overvalued by 82%. I'm not interested in this intrinsic value. This does not work in this case. Does not work at all in this case. Let's scroll down. What I love about this business is it has no expenses. Why? It's just land. Everybody that works on it, the solar, the wind, the data centers that are all going to work on it are going to pay me to work on my land. Thank you very much indeed. I'll have it all day, but if you go bust, I get somebody else to replace you. Doesn't cost me any money, right? I love it. It's the best business you can own, really, isn't it? Land, imagine just owning the country, right, rather than the businesses upon the country. Up 2% operating income, up 1.1% net income. I did a lot of these figures last night in the other analysis. I just wanted to reiterate them, so I'm only flying through them just to give you the visual. If you want the full breakdown, look at the video from last night. But look at this: 1.2 billion assets, 533 million in cash, and no debt whatsoever. No debt, no liabilities, no debt at all. Why would there be? Why would there be? What's the cost of just owning some land? I don't know. No debt, no short term, no long term. So we've got a perfect balance sheet. Scroll down. Efficiency of the business off the charts. 93% margin. Operating 77%. Look at these numbers, 65% net margin, FCF, all off the charts. And as I talk about it, I am talking to people. I've been telling people all day. I've been telling you now for 6 months. People all around me, local Texans in Dallas, are telling me, I talk to them, they're buying up this as I'm talking right now, right? I was only talking to Big Ed, you know, the guy who bought all the Amazon at the beginning. He says, I'm going to buy some of this. I texted him, I told him about my video, and he said, we're talking on text. He said, I'm going to buy this. People all around me are buying this up. So this is going to be like a Berkshire Hathaway $30,000 stock if we're not careful. Well, not careful if we're careful, but, you know, I want it to get into the S&P, which is how I benefit, and I benefit from knowing that you've all made money. 45%. Look, I don't need to do any more of these numbers. They're all through the roof, all green, green, green. Look at the cash flow, just piling up, piling up, piling up, okay? 87% profitability. 81%. I mean, it's got tech figures. It's got software figures without having to like run the computers. It's insane. It's ridiculous. I think you all agree it's the best stock I've ever seen. I don't know how you could get a better stock than this. Insider's been buying, a bit of trimming off there. 734,000. Oh, by the way, this is really important to say. $731,000 have sold. Nothing. Probably the CEO says, I want a really nice car and a house. I mean, that's it. No inside selling, inside buying. It's bonkers. The stock is bonkers. When was this? When did this come out? They're not showing me when this came out. You can see my analysis here. CNBC. This guy says he likes it. I remember watching this at the time. Let me just play a bit of this. This guy likes it, but again, he's got his own reason to say so.
It is from Kevin Simpson, and it is TPL.
Yeah.
That is Texas Pacific Land. What do they do? Why do you own the stock?
First off, as you know, we started a new growth strategy, so this stock is not for the faint of heart. Straight up, it's up 100% year to date, so we're putting our toe in the water. This is a company that owns 187,000 acres of land, mostly in the Permian Basin in Texas, so it's a royalty play on commodities. Think natural gas, oil, water, but what we're deciding is how do you get these data centers powered up? And if you're not going to go nuclear, this could be a stealth way to pay a data center, to play a data center. They print money, they have a strong shareholder return of capital, whether it's through share buybacks, dividends, special dividends. They have a capacity threshold for cash. If they reach it, they spend money. It's expensive. It's gone up a lot.
Look at the chart.
Yeah.
We're showing the year to date.
I bought it at $9.50 just the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up that much. So what's undiscovered about this story at this point?
Well, I think that the royalties can go up. They don't have to do a whole heck of a lot. If you build a power plant or a data center near their facilities, 873,000 acres is a lot, and they've got all the utilities and capabilities there on site.
Yeah. That's the point. You don't do anything. You don't have to do a lot. Exactly. You don't do anything. You just own it, and people just keep paying you more and more money. Anyway, there is my update on my last analysis of this stock. What do you think? Before we end this video, it's never too late when it just keeps going up. Trip. This is just the beginning for this stock. Now, of course, it's very, very important to understand, right? When do you take profits? Do you take profits? This is the sort of stock you buy and own. You don't trade it. You don't trade it. If it drops 20%, you buy more, because what you're doing, you're owning more and more of the land, more and more of the profits, if you like. This is just like 100% profit. I've shown, well, not literally 100%. I've shown you the gross margins and the net margins, but this is just the more you can buy of it, and when it dips, the more you buy. This is like Berkshire Hathaway. The more you buy when it dips, the better it is for you. I would not be looking at this. How can I buy this? How can I trade this? I'd be buying this and owning it and never selling it. The time to buy it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, a few hundred years ago, when it was the Pacific Railroad. I showed you the history last night. Anyway, let me wrap this up. This is very, very exciting. Many of you have messaged me overnight and said, we bought it on your analysis 6 months ago and we've made like 200%. I can't say the same, of course, because I only own the S&P. It's not my job to pump and dump stock. I don't want to be a roaring kitty and disrespectful to my viewers. I'm all about you. All I own is the S&P, but I do believe that this is a great stock, if not the best stock you could ever own from the standpoint of profitability, growth, and security. Period as that. Anyway, all right, I'm going to give you all the links now. Above my head and down below in the description, I shall put my previous analysis. You can go and check it 4 months ago, see how you feel from there. You can also go and look at the video I put out last night, which shows you the history of the stock. You want to go and check out the history of the stock so you understand what you're actually buying, so you don't worry if it goes down. You just buy more of it and hold it forever and ever and ever. Never sell this stock. Put it in your trust and pass it on to generations. Yes, I'll give you those links. Over here, I shall post the video I did last night, the one you need to see about the history. Down here, I'll put the TPL playlist. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you continue to make lots and lots of money. Fantastic. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.